may have had in hand, but later sought to refuse the role, saying that he has not accused any security agency of involvement. However, Omar expressed the hope that the people of the state will understand the security concerns of the different arms of the government and to cooperate with the government to ensure that the removal of AFSPA becomes a permanent feature and not allow a situation to arise in the state where such laws have either to be retained or reimposed.
I'm not going to react to what Professor Saifuddin Soz has said. As Chief Minister, I am well aware of my responsibilities of consultation and carrying my alliance partners with me. Professor Saifuddin Soz Saab is well within his rights to call a meeting of the Coordination Committee and to discuss this issue. I am not a member of the Coordination Committee, and therefore it is not for me to bring this issue there. Soz Saab chairs the Coordination Committee. I would be grateful if the Coordination Committee has any inputs. They are welcome to share those with me. As head of the Cabinet and as head of the Unified Command, I have brought this issue where it has been necessary for me to bring it to. It is not for me to speak to comment on Government of India. That is Government of India's responsibility. I am responsible for commenting about the point of view of the state government. Obviously, I would not have done this in isolation. I have from time to time my point person or the contact person or the person I discuss the security related matters of Jammu and Kashmir with is the Home Minister of India. At every step of the way, I have kept the Home Minister of India briefed not only about the discussions here but also about future intentions.
Why is
he is completely in the know of what our intentions are and what we propose.
The AFSPA road there in Srinagar. Well, moving on, the Deepor bill attracting a variety of fishes and migratory birds is slowly the thrones of dilapidation as indifference to its preservation, but the government is slowly taking a toll to its scenic beauty.
As autumn fades to winter, the scenic beauty of Assam boosted with more vigor and amplification. Immigrating birds from different countries arrive in different hills, valleys and lakes throughout Assam. The Deepor bill has an immense cultural and social value attached to it. It serves as a major source of livelihood to the local people. This permanent water body attracts a large number of migratory birds and home to numerous rare species of fishes and other water creatures. The Deepor bill is actually an old channel of the river Brahmaputra. The large lake is conspicuous with the presence of diverse flora and fauna.
बहुत चराई देखिब पाइतो एतो आमार याबा विदेशर পৰা আহে विदेशर चराई बिलाक आহে এতিয়া डेफिनेटली कमिছে কিছু ইন্ডাস্ট্রিৰ পৰা যিবিলাক হিহঁতৰ পেলনীয় বস্তু বিৰাট বেয়া বস্তু বিলাক আহে আৰু সেইবিলাক খাই কিছু মানে মৰাজন লাগে চৰাই চিৰিকটিবোৰ
Civilization has threatened the life of Deepor bill. Population have set up near Deepor bill area despite government's excluded policies. The sounds of railway track near the bill have hampered the natural beauty of the lake. There is no food for the immigrating birds. Instead of greenery and crop fields, many business organizations mushrooming around the area.
খেতি বাতি কৰিছিলে খাব পাইছিলে তা খাদ্যৰ অভাৱ বহুত জনবসতি বেছি হৈ গল না সেই কাৰণে আৰু সিয়ৰ বাখৰত সিমান হেৰি নহয় আৰু নাথাকে হয় আৰু এফালে ৰেল লাইন টু গল এফালে
To preserve the natural beauty of Deepor bill, immediate action has to follow up or the beauty will die soon from the natural resources. With Rita Devi, Frontier TV.
Alleged embezzlement of development funds and corrupt government officials delay development of Sandai village in Jaintia Hills as a tourist destination. An RTI application filed by pressure groups in Jaintia Hills blamed the then chief conservator of forest for allegedly depositing the money sanctioned for the project in his personal account.
Meghalaya's Sindai village in Jaintia Hills, which has immense potential to develop as a tourist destination, has remained abandoned for years now. The government had initiated an ambitious plan to develop a park in the village. However, corrupt officials in various departments have led to the failure in implementation of the project. Influential pressure group in Jaintia Hills, Jaintia Youth Federation and War Jaintia Students Union filed an RTI application. The information revealed under RTI has blamed the then Chief Conservator of Forests, Social Forestry TTC Marak for allegedly depositing the money sanctioned for the project in his personal account and releasing it at certain intervals. The War Jaintia Students Union also lodged an FIR on January 2010 in Dauki Police Station and subsequently filed a PIL in the Guwahati High Court in April 2010 in this matter. However, the state government refuses to give talk on the issue, saying the matter is sub judice.
Right now, I cannot see who's right, who's wrong. So let us wait for the...
Exactly 15 years back, the US prison pollution toppled 1 million for the first time in its history. More tidbits of historical relevance in our next segment, This Day, That Year.
On this day in 1904, the subway in New York completes. It is the first subway in the world. Every day, some 4.5 million passengers take the subway in New York, with the exception of the part train connecting New York with New Jersey and some parts of Chicago's elevated train system. New York subway is the only rapid transit system in the world that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. On this day in 1994, the US prison population tops 1 million for the first time in American history. In the last decade, the US prison population doubles on per capita basis. During this 10-year period, the rate doubles both for white inmates and black inmates. At the end of last year, there were 1,432 black inmates per 1 lakh black US residents and 203 white inmates per 1 lakh white residents. On this day in 1973, the first ladies police station started functioning at Calicut in Kerala. Kerala police has a reputation for being one of the best managed police forces in the country and one of the top ranking states in terms of law and order in various social security rankings.
In some world news, a UN report has predicted the world population to hit 7 billion in 5 days more. For more international news, we bring to you around the world in 3 minutes.
Chemical weapons have been found in Libya by National Transitional Council forces. A representative of the movement that outstayed the late Muammar Gaddafi has said. The NTC said the chemical warheads had been secured and would be made safe by experts. The discovery of the munitions proves that Gaddafi had refused to give up his weapon of mass destruction despite promising Tony Blair in 2004 he would relinquish them in the deal in the desert. Mr. Blair has claimed that he forced the dictator to give up his weapons of mass destruction program. The disarming process was not finished because of the outbreak of war, and the rebels feared Gaddafi would unleash deadly master gas and other chemicals on his own people. The world's population will reach 7 billion in 5 days. The UN has said as it urged the global community to seize the opportunity and invest in health and education of its youth. Action taken now will decide whether the future will be healthy, sustainable and prosperous or marked by inequalities, environmental decline and economic setbacks, a United Nations report has said. The UNFPA report, The State of the World Population 2011, notes that the record population size can be viewed in many ways in a success for humanity because it means people are living longer and more children are surviving worldwide. But not everyone has benefited from these achievements or the higher quality of life that this implies, it added. Torrential rain battered northwestern and central Italy, sweeping away roads and bridges. Rescuers tried to clear away debris and hunted for survivors after overnight floods swept across Tuscany and Liguria on Wednesday. At least 9 people have died in flash floods and 6 missing. Most of the victims were in Borghetto di Vara, a village in the northwestern coastal region in Liguria, 45 miles from Genoa. The northwestern coastal region of Liguria and the central region of Tuscany were the hardest hit. Rome was under a flood alert, but the storm caused little damage there. Italy's President Giorgio Napolitano said on television that climate change was the cause of the disaster. But environmental groups blame unregulated construction and cutbacks to environmental protection agencies.
Well, let's take a quick look at the top stories once again before we wrap up the bulletin.
The headlines are brought to you by Aircel.
CAG to audit all rural development projects, performance audit for NREGA in Assam.
Alpha delegation returns from New Delhi, hopeful of progress of peace talks.
Debate on big dams unending, Sanmilito Samajik Mancha takes on ASU and KMSS.
Omar Abdullah says withdrawal of ASPA in no way fought to undermine role of army.
Save Sharmila campaign ends in Imphal, right group reiterates demand for repeal of ASPA.
Political crisis in Hunt, Arunachal Pradesh, APITU hold hunger strike in front of Raj Bhavan in Jalagar.
The 4 billion crisis flora and fauna under threat due to human interference.
Child died in VC Ray Hospital in Kolkata rises to 13, hospital authorities helpless.
Lack strong Tirupeshwari temple in Tripura, tight security put in place.
Kejriwal takes more time to deposit 9 lakhs as ordered by IT department. This is what we have for now.
For fast, fair and fearless news, keep watching Frontier TV.
The News Boulevard was brought to you by Aircel, your world of possibilities. Top Sim, Mazbooti ka bharosa, hamesha.
ভোলায়া সজাগ জনতা ভোলায়া পোহৰানুতা ৰামৰে দেশতে থকা ৰাৱণ বধূতে যায় যদি যায় জীৱনটো যাক সমুখৰে সেনাপতি থমকি জিৰালে কিনো হ'ব সেনানীয়ে ভাবিলে গুণিলে কোলা কাকতি ফৰিং নাকলৈ শুন ভুক সুখী সুৰে আৰ্তনা এই তিল মৃত্যুৰ মানে সংবাদ এই সংবাদ শুনিও বধিৰ কিয় তই নকৰিবি কিয় তোৰ প্ৰতিবাদ সংগ্ৰাম আনীতি নাম জীয়নৰে ইতিহাসে চিয়ৰে জয় জনতাৰে এৰি দানৱকে বধো গৈ ওলায়া সজাগ জনতা ওলায়া পোহৰানুতা ৰামৰে দেশতে থকা ৰাৱণ বধূতে যায় যদি যায় জীৱনটো
जो experience